Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, Two Cats, One Bed, and a Lot of Soap Bubbles. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it. No hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. If you ever visited my home, the first thing you'd probably notice wouldn't be the furniture, the bookshelves, or even me. It would be the two shiny, fluffy balls of fur parading around like royalty. These are my cats, my beloved partners in crime, and my ultimate bedtime companions. Unlike other cats who sometimes smell like a mix of dust and adventure, my cats always smell like fresh flowers after a spring rain. Why? Because I insist on bathing them regularly. Yes, you heard that right. While most cat parents are happy to let their furry friends take care of their own grooming, I take a more, shall we say, hands-on approach. The bathing ritual is always an event. First, I gather their little towels, their special cat shampoo with the scent of chamomile, and a ton of patience. One of them acts like a brave warrior, standing firm with dignity, as if preparing for a royal spa treatment. The other, however, becomes a ninja, leaping from the sink, sliding across the floor, and trying to vanish under the sofa in record time. Somehow, despite the chaos, I always manage to get them both clean. By the time the last bubble disappears and I wrap them in warm towels, I can't help but laugh. They look like two burritos, glaring at me with an expression that screams, "We are noble creatures, not breakfast items." But here's the magic. Once the ordeal is over, they strut around proudly, tails up, like two celebrities on the red carpet. They don't know it, but the whole house smells fresher, and I can't resist hugging them every 5 minutes. It's like living with two little clouds that decided to smell like chamomile and soap bubbles. Now, bathing is only half the story. The real adventure begins at night. Unlike some pet owners who believe cats should sleep in their own cozy beds, I proudly declare, my bed is their bed. After all, what's the point of having two squeaky clean cats if I can't snuggle them while I sleep? Of course, sleeping with cats isn't as simple as it sounds. My bed transforms into a wrestling ring, a racetrack, and sometimes even a heated negotiation table. Each night begins with the question, who gets the pillow? Spoiler alert, it's never me. Somehow, both cats believe that the softest, fluffiest part of the bed, the place meant for my head, is their royal throne. One will curl up into a tight little donut shape right on the pillow, while the other sprawls dramatically across the blanket like a furry starfish. I often end up sleeping in the most awkward corner of the mattress, barely holding onto the edge, wondering how two tiny creatures can claim so much territory. Then comes the midnight parade. Just when I'm drifting into dreamland, I'll hear the unmistakable sound of tiny paws zooming across the bed. They chase each other, leap over my body, and occasionally land right on my stomach as if I'm part of their playground. But do I get angry? Not really. I usually just laugh and remind myself that my life is far from boring. Sometimes, though, there are tender moments that make it all worth it. One cat will curl up near my chest, purring softly like a miniature motor. The other will nudge its head into my hand until I start scratching behind its ears. In those moments, I feel like the luckiest person alive. Sure, my sleep schedule might suffer, but who cares when I get to share my bed with two little bundles of love and mischief? Over time, I've realized that this strange little routine, bathing my cats and letting them sleep on my bed, teaches me more than I expected. For one, it's a reminder that love often comes with effort. Bathing two cats is not exactly a peaceful activity, but I do it because I care. Keeping them clean, healthy, and comfortable is my way of showing affection. They may not always appreciate the soap bubbles, but they surely enjoy the cuddles afterward. It also reminds me of the importance of sharing space. My bed used to be just mine, neat and organized. Now it's a fluffy kingdom with paw prints, scattered fur, and the occasional midnight stampede. At first, I thought I'd lose my comfort, but instead, I gained something better: warmth, companionship, and constant laughter. Life is messy now, but it's also much richer. And perhaps the biggest lesson is that happiness doesn't always come from big things. It's not about luxurious vacations, fancy dinners, or sparkling achievements. Sometimes, it's about two freshly bathed cats curling up beside me, smelling like chamomile, and making me laugh when I least expect it. Their presence turns ordinary nights into little adventures and ordinary mornings into soft, purring beginnings. So yes, my cats may take up my bed, steal my pillows, and occasionally scratch me when I try to shampoo their tails. But if you ask me whether I'd trade this chaos for a perfectly quiet, cat-free life, my answer is simple: not in a million years. Because at the end of the day, love is about embracing the mess, cherishing the cuddles, and laughing through the bubbles. And that's exactly what my two cats teach me every single day. In real life, the story of bathing two cats and sharing a bed with them reflects the balance between effort, patience, and joy that we often overlook in modern life. Just like the bathing routine requires persistence and humor, our daily responsibilities, whether at work, school, or home, also demand consistency, even when they seem chaotic or thankless. The reward, however, comes afterward in the form of satisfaction, connection, and peace of mind. Similarly, allowing the cats to share the bed reminds us of the importance of flexibility in relationships. We may lose some personal space or comfort, but what we gain in warmth, companionship, and laughter often outweighs the inconvenience. In today's fast-paced world, many people chase grand achievements or material success, yet overlook the happiness found in small, ordinary moments. The playful chaos of pets at midnight or their gentle purring at dawn can teach us that joy often hides in everyday details. The advice we can take from this story is simple: don't be afraid of a little mess in life. Embrace effort, welcome companionship, and allow yourself to find happiness in the ordinary, because sometimes the smallest comforts make life truly extraordinary.